Hi everybody, I'm here in my lounge room today and I am making up something that is a fantastic thing to add to your regime, your kind of beauty body cleansing regime. And I learnt this when I was in Perth with Tyler Tolman. I went over there for a 3-day conference and I learnt so much, and I've been dying to share some of the things that I've learnt. So today's the day because I'm going to make some of this up. I've run out. So I'm going to make up something that is called Guasha. Now, some of you may have heard of that before. For me, it was kind of a new thing, and it's spelled Guasha, and I will post a recipe down below for you and some links as well, because I'll be talking about some amazing other things as well. So what you will need to make Guasha is a jar and some bicarb soda that doesn't have any aluminium in it. A lot of the bicarbs that you can buy in the cardboard packages and things like that, they're not only exposed to the toxic chemicals being cardboard, it just kind of attracts everything, can breathe through that and just absorbs all the toxins that are around it. And so you want to get some bicarb that is good quality and aluminium free. So we actually have bicarb, that's where I got mine from, just from our bulk bins, and it's all aluminium free and food grade. So you're going to need some bicarb soda, and all you do is you fill up a jar. It doesn't matter what size it is. I'm just using one of our recycled nut milk based jars. I like to recycle and reuse things, so it comes in handy, and it's a good size as well. So this is really relatively inexpensive to make, and wait till I tell you what this stuff kind of does. It's really fascinating. So we're just going to fill up this jar about 3/4 of the way up the jar. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top because we've got just another 1 or 2 ingredients that we are going to add to it. Okay, so we're almost there. And there we go. Okay, so the next ingredient that we got, you're going to get at the grog shop. This is triple distilled vodka. It's the cheapest one I could find. And originally, alcohol was used for cleansing the skin back in thousands of years ago. The Egyptians used it. And I think it's originally what they used alcohol for. And then one day someone just decided to have a drink of it and went, woohoo, let's just start having this. So you're going to need enough in here that is going to turn this into like a puddy mix. So it's not too much, and I just add a little bit and then give it a bit of a swirl, and then add a little bit more if I need to. And yeah, I'm going to need to add a bit more. I'm really stingy with the vodka because this little bottle here cost me about $26, but I will get lots of goes out of it. So we're just going to mix that around. And I like to add essential oils into mine as well. Now you're probably wondering what on earth we're going to do with this paste. Has anyone guessed yet? So I will just tell you. What we're going to do with this paste is we're going to keep it in the shower. And that's where I like to keep mine, with the lid on it. And I'm just going to grab out a little bit of the paste, about maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon per body part. So I kind of start with my arm. Needs a little bit more vodka. It's the only time I've used alcohol in the last 7 years is to make Guasha. And you know what? I really didn't even want to go in and buy it. I was like, oh, I haven't been in here for 7 years. But I did. I bit the bullet and I went in there. And so that's turning into like a putty mixture now. You can see that kind of thickening up. That's what you want. Okay, and I'm just going to quickly grab something. So I've got a little case here of essential oils, and I really like to use the citrus, so lemon was the last one that I used, and that was just really invigorating. Today I'm going to use Stress Away. So Stress Away has not only an amazing scent, you can smell the vanilla and the copaiba and the lime. So I'm just going to add in probably about 10 drops. And this is just going to really make it such a beautiful, decadent kind of exfoliating paste. But it's not just an exfoliating paste. So back to the Egyptians. So the Egyptians used to use this to cleanse their skin. They would get the vodka and they would clean the outside of their skin. And it actually has the ability to get rid of bacteria and parasites and all kinds of things that live in the epidermis, because it just really, really penetrates right deep down in those cells, in those layers of skin. So I grab about a tablespoon of it, and I turn the shower on and wet myself first, and then I turn the shower off, or I move away from the water, and I grab my guasha and I start to rub circular motions all the way around my arms to my heart, always working towards the heart, because that's where your lymphatic system circulates to. It kind of pumps around the body and it pumps towards the heart, and it gets rid of toxins. Our lymphatic system is our sewer system. So you just make circular motions, and then you grab a bit more and you do each leg, working your way up. And honestly, it feels so good. But then I grab a loofah. You can get gloves. We've got them at the shop. We've got a whole stand of exfoliating brushes and gloves. It's just essential that you have these things, because they're just amazing for skin integrity. And it's really important as we age to look after our skin integrity. So you grab a mitt or a loofah or a skin brush, and you then go over that guasha with the skin brush, also working towards your heart, all over your body, just all everywhere. You might want to avoid private parts or any kind of cuts or abrasions, because the vodka is very strong. Oh gosh, that smells good. I wish you could smell it. Come into the shop and have a little smell of Stress Away. It's amazing. So that's really all there is to making guasha. And like I said, it's really going to get into those skins. So what I recommend is you do this for about 7 days in a row, and then you are going to give it a break and just do it maybe once every 3 days or 4 days, or even just once a week after that. Another thing that you can do if you have time is, because the vodka actually opens up the pores of the skin, you can then go out into the sun, in the morning sun when it's not so harsh, and you're going to absorb more vitamin D after you've done this guasha technique. So that's brilliant. I don't actually use it on my face. I'm going to show you another technique. It's also called guasha. This is a guasha technique that you use with tools, and you can buy guasha tools on eBay, and they're kind of like little shaped knives, thin kind of tools that you would use on your face. But I found you can use a spoon as well. I found I already had a tool in my shower that worked for this. So I don't know whether any of you have used these, but these are tongue cleaners, and this is just the most amazing thing, because I don't actually feel like I've cleaned my teeth unless I have used my tongue cleaner. So effectively how you use this and what it's meant for is to clean your tongue. And you just poke your tongue out and you drag this down. Just go back as far as you can and drag that down. You'll end up with some kind of like yucky, goopy stuff on there. And you just rinse that off really well. And then you go again until it's clean. And that way you've gotten rid of all of that bacteria. This is the first thing that I do when I get up in the morning and go straight for a shower. And that's the first thing that I grab for is this. But it also can have another multi-purpose. You can use it as a guasha tool. Now, the guasha, I give myself a guasha facial in the shower. And what this does, and like I said, you can use a spoon, but I just find this really flexible and really easy to use. So it's also just using pressure on your face to move your fluid. We get a lot of fluid buildup in our face, and it's also part of our lymphatic system. So we want to move that along. You can actually improve eyesight and ear hearing, because you're moving all of these toxins out of the face. If you have any kind of skin issue like acne or anything like that, you want to be really careful, because it can aggravate it. And do this in front of a mirror, because when I first did it, I did it in the shower, and I ended up just doing it a bit too rough and had a bit of a red mark here. So you need to be gentle to start with. And basically all you do is you grab the tool and you're going along like this, and you're dragging it, and you're going to your hairline. You can give it a little bit of a push in there, and it's just moving the fluid, moving the lymph, and you can go along here as well, and then digging into that hairline. And this is all just moving this around, moving it, flowing it on. And you can get in there. That's a really nice one to do. And go up here, up here. And you can do your lips as well. So you grab this side and you do your lips. And it can actually make them feel a lot plumper. I go a bit harder. I've got makeup on, so I don't want to drag it all off. And then when you get to your neck, you can go up as well, because you're going to be fighting gravity by going up. And this just feels really nice. You can even do the back of your neck, like going like this. And it just feels so good. Concentrating there, giving it a bit of a dig in there. And then you can also go down, because like I said, you want to work towards your heart. So you're working with your lymph and you're getting rid of all of that. It's great for people who have sinus as well, because you can just open up those sinus pathways. Like I said, you can get tools, Guasha tools online. But, you know, this works really, really well. Or like I said, you can use a spoon. So when you're doing your lips, it's good to just hold on the side and just dragging that along. It honestly feels amazing. So you can do that for like 1 minute, up to 10 minutes if you want to. It just feels really good, especially this was probably my favorite, which is why I ended up with the red marks. It's just going up there and digging that in there. And then here, because we get some lines here, you know, you get the idea. You don't want to be going this way, okay? That doesn't feel right. You want to be going this way, pulling away. And that just feels great. Obviously, it's good to have a second one if you're going to use one for your face and one for your tongue. You don't want to kind of be mixing them up. We sell these. These are only $9.95. And if you aren't using one to clean your mouth out, you're really missing out, because our tongue is full of bacteria. A lot of people use the back of their toothbrush, and then they're putting all of that bacteria onto their toothbrush, which is not good. You don't want that. So this is great, and it drags off all of that junk, and you just tap it off, rinse it off, and go again. It's so good, honestly. Tongue cleaners, they're fabulous. While I'm on the topic of teeth, I thought I'd show you these are environmentally friendly toothbrushes, and I also use an environmentally friendly and also a non-fluoridated toothpaste, because fluoride has been linked to Alzheimer's disease, and you don't want to be using that stuff in your mouth. If you ever read the fine print of toothpaste, it actually says if you swallow this, you need to call the poison line hotline. So anything that has a poison hotline on it is basically a poison, and it's in your mouth. You're going to be absorbing this, whether you like it or not, day after day after day after day. You are absorbing fluoride and toxins. So you definitely do not want to be doing that. Okay, another few things while I'm on the topic of bathroom. Another wonderful thing that I like to do is using bentonite clay. This is a clay that we sell at the shop. And I just add a little bit to water, and I do my whole body with this. I actually just strip off and just paint myself with the bentonite clay and water, and then I let it dry, and then I exfoliate my skin off as well. So that just feels amazing, and then I jump in the shower and it's amazing. Why I use these products? Because sodium lauryl sulfate is in a lot of these things that we're using today. These are my daughters. They're toxic, absolutely toxic. I can't make her, she's got her own money, she buys her own things. Sodium lauryl sulfate, you want to stay clear of that. Not only that, there's so many other things in here that I cannot even pronounce. But I'm just going to tell you quickly because my battery is running low. I googled sodium lauryl sulfate because I knew it was bad. According to the Environmental Working Group's Skin Deep Cosmetic Safety Database, sodium lauryl sulfate is a moderate hazard that has been linked to cancer, neurotoxicity, organ toxicity, skin irritation, and endocrine disruption. Sodium lauryl sulfate allows shampoos and other body products to foam. So if you have anything that foams up, soaps, dishwashing liquids, anything that soaps up, it is guaranteed to have sodium lauryl sulfate in it. And we wonder why we're having so many problems. Get rid of this crap. Seriously, it's so detrimental. And there's other things like the Guasha and, beautiful oil products like TAHI and Rose's Skin Saver. This is amazing after you've done the Guasha facial to put this oil on, or even if you have acne skin, to use this as your oil cleanser. So that's it from me. I can't wait to get in the shower and do my Guasha. I've missed it over the last few days. And I hope that you try it. Come in and see me if you want to get any of these products. We have the bentonite clay, we have the toothbrushes, the tongue cleaners, the toothpaste that you need, the bicarb soda. We don't have the alcohol, so you'll have to go to the grog shop for that one. We have the essential oils, and this one is Stress Away. So if you want to come and try any of the oils, please pop in and see us at OPAAT Health. We really care about your health, and we want to get off to a fresh start in 2020, so what better way than starting with the outside. Beautiful, clean, Guasha skin. Thanks, guys.